I have a question for you guys. Raptors, Warriors. How do you match up defensively?
Am I crazy for thinking they match up better if KD's in the game?
Go. Well, let's assume KD's not for the first two. And then give us the KD matchup.
So I think you got to say put Kawhi on Clay because Steph is too quick for him probably.
That's you. Go.
But Clay also, Kawhi doesn't really guard the run-around guy. He guards the guy with the ball.
Great point. Do you want to have Kawhi wasting his energy chasing Clay around?
I don't.
But go on, and I want to hear your lineup. Go on.
So I don't know. Maybe you can try Kawhi on Steph and see how it goes. But I want to say they tried it a couple years ago in San Antonio and it didn't work the best.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't necessarily know. You might even just at that point throw bodies at Clay, try to have Lowry hold Steph as much as he can, and then Kawhi save your energy for offense.
Okay.
That's without him. Without KD, I don't know where to put Kawhi as easily.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Kaz? What do you think?
I think it's a little different. I think I think the Raptors have been fortunate to go through their entire playoffs without having to play it against an elite backcourt. They ran through the Magic, ran through the Sixers. They're not an elite backcourt, and the Bucks. Right?
Yep.
You don't want to waste energy on Kawhi fucking chasing Steph or Clay around. So I just think you put Siakam and pray for the best Clay, with Kyle Lowry and maybe Fred Van Fleet
yes,
on Steph and pray for the best. And you hope that they have a plan to try and stop Kawhi,
right?
And just go for it, because I don't think you don't want to waste that energy unless you're down 2-0 and that's what just happened with the Bucks. Unless you're down 2-0, you have no other choice but you got to stop this guy. Then you probably put Kawhi on Steph. Other than that, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't like the way they match up with the Warriors.
What about this? This is a little bit counterintuitive, but they kind of did with the Bucks a bit. Okay. What about Siakam on Steph? I think length bothers Steph.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And Siakam is athletic. Steph's going to get by him, but he's also going to get by Lowry.
Yeah.
So at least when he does those step backs, you have legit
reach. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you go Siakam on Steph, right? You have Clay. Unfortunately,
Lowry.
Lowry. This is where it gets interesting. You go Kawhi on Clay, and I might switch that in a second. Mark on Draymond. That's a wash. I go Kyle on Iggy because Iggy don't want to shoot.
Yeah,
and Kyle's actually sturdy. Kyle could hold.
Strong guy.
He could hold up Iggy. The issue is this: Clay gonna shoot right over Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not even going to see Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle's going to be right there, and the shot is already, Clay's automatic. You need to have some height to disrupt. I think we're missing one more.
Well, the reason why I like that is because
what other player am I thinking?
You're thinking of...
Bogut is in there? Who else is in there?
Not Bogut.
No.
Marc Gasol.
No, they got the young boy that's...
Kevon Looney.
Looney, I think, starts.
Kevon Looney, yeah.
He starts with them?
I believe
he started the last couple of games. Yeah.
Okay. So then you could do... if you're starting Danny Green's been sucking it up, so I wouldn't even put him on there.
Yeah.
But there's also a world where I put Kawhi on Steph because I just think he alters the game. He's got one length too, but I think he just alters the game in so many ways that you want to have him attacking your best defensive player.
Do you think Steph is a harder guard than Giannis is?
Yeah.
For Kawhi, yeah.
Okay. For anybody.
Okay.
Well, if you're like a little guy guarding Giannis is impossible.
Okay.
But what did you guys see? What Kawhi would do to Giannis? This is what I thought was so fascinating about it is he would stand him up at 18 feet. Right, like most guys, Kawhi will get some. Kawhi gets off, like for Jason Tatum. The reason why Jason Tatum just got housed, right, is let's say here's Tatum and here's Kawhi, right? Kawhi gets the downhill steam going, and Jason Tatum knows he's not strong enough to stop the momentum, right? So he chooses a direction, right? He goes, okay, I'm going to assume he's going to do a little hezzy or something like that and then go by, so I'm going to overplay right. And then Giannis goes, okay, Euro, layup. And Kawhi would just go, give me what you got. I'm standing you up wherever the fuck you are. Serge a little bit too. Serge could meet that motherfucker at the rim.
That's the guy we were forgetting about, Serge Ibaka.
But he's coming off.
He's coming off the bench now.
I think he's coming off bench.
Yeah.
So it's like, now you don't have that like freak athletic situation. You have freak shot maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they were giving Giannis a stop and pop 18 and 15-footer all series, and he couldn't take
consistently hit it.
He would never take it. Anytime he would drive in, he would try and Euro and get stood up, like you said.
Yep.
He would either try to pass off and hit a shooter, and when there was no shooter there, he would throw up some bullshit.
Right. And they threw the doubles at him too, right?
Yeah,
Mark would come over and double because you didn't have to worry. But I'm just so excited, man, because like as long as KD's not in, I think Raptors are winning this.
You think so?
I think Raptors in 6.
Get out of it.
They got home court advantage, bro.
Think about it. Also, Raptors got home court advantage, right?
Yeah.
Like, which, obviously you're playing the Warriors. Don't get me wrong, but Raptors have an amazing fan base. You started off at home, especially they got a couple guys that need a little boost.
Yeah.
Kyle needs a boost, and go.
I thought when they got Kawhi, I picked them to go to the finals, and I thought they could take out Golden State. And I've always been saying Golden State's not going to win it.
Yeah,
I have to stick with that, but I am nervous about Lowry in the finals.
Yeah, and
I also worry that Golden State could be like, all right, we're going to come in game 1.
Yeah.
We're going to stomp on your fucking heart.
Right.
And we're going to take your little home court and let's see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And that could, with someone, I worry about the fragility of the Raptors. Even though Lowry's had a good playoffs.
Yeah.
I just worry still.
So the question is, who are like the fragile players on the? I think this Fred VanVleet is a.
He's been lights out since he had a kid, though.
Not only lights
I don't
out.
question the kid. Once you have a kid, I feel like you got at least a month of fire in you.
Yeah, of course. It's like I got to do it, and also you realize there's things way bigger than this. Why am I worried so much
You're
about
not
this?
nervous anymore.
The kid didn't sleep last night, and also everybody's like, I can't sleep. I'm so nervous. He's like, no, there's a crying baby. Like that's why I can't sleep. You guys have champagne problems, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think you worry about Fred. Obviously, Kawhi is locked the fuck in. I think. I think like the African players, to be honest, like this is just fun compared to what they've experienced. I really mean that.
Yeah.
Like they've experienced real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like yes, Lowry's from North Philly and he's probably seen some like little, violent stuff or whatever like this, but he's never seen
child soldiers.
Yeah, the Congo. You're coming from the Congo, so it's like this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's a game. At the end of the day, it's truly a game, right? And then Marcus Sol, I don't know, like the Euros. It's like they're not going to go. They're not going to go wild and give you 40.
Yeah.
But I also don't see them stinking it up. They're like socialists. They're they're going to be middle of the road, right?
I could see. I still got the Warriors taking this, but I can see the Raptors being a type of team that could slow down the Warriors enough to make it go 6 or 7. And once it goes 6 or 7, it's anybody's
game over there.
They definitely have a shot. And I'm going to stick with the Raptors, but here's what I would say why I think it might be easier if KD's in the game.
Go.
Because then you put Kawhi on KD.
Yes.
That's a matchup that Kawhi is much better suited for.
Right.
But the offense still runs through KD.
Right.
And when you got your best defender who's a good matchup for the guy the offense runs through,
really good point.
I almost think, and KD doesn't know how to operate without, when he's not getting the ball, KD's not
He doesn't move
he's
without
not
the ball.
swallowing his ego.
Yeah.
He's not like, okay, I'll just help any way I can. He's not that guy.
That's a really good
so
point.
I almost think
You want KD to come back.
I almost want KD to come back as quickly as possible.
Wow, that's right, because Steph, you got to run around and chase him. If he's not killing you off the ball, he's going to run around screens. There's so many different ways he can hurt you. KD is not going to run down to the baseline, run around 4 screens, come around, pick and pop. He's like, give me the ball in the fucking block.
Yeah.
I'll get mine.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to make my bold prediction right now.
Go.
Draymond Green's going to be the finals MVP.